Hey everyone, Techne here with a review of the Razer Gigantus V2 mousepad. As you can see, I have one of the custom ones right here. Teamed up with my man Boardzy again. We both wanted to review the mousepad, and we're like, you know what would be really cool? How about we go into that custom option and customize one for each other, send it that way, and that'll be the unit that we actually review. So anyways, that's what we did right here. I got one from Boardzy right here, and I sent my design to Boardzy over there, so make sure to check his out and see that design as well. Alright, so one quick thing I need to talk about here, and a lot of you probably know this if you follow me on Twitter, or if you watch my recent review about paid, sponsored, or free product reviews. Number one, we're talking about a Razer product and then a mousepad. So again, a lot of you can kind of catch on that, right? Techne's got to talk about this. So if any of you aren't sure, you can go check all that stuff out. But again, there are a few product reviewers that have their names, logos, and designs printed on a Razer mousepad that's sold by Razer and advertised on Razer's website. All right, so you with me right there? Hopefully you guys are with me. You can understand, like, that's just not right, you know? So I think what a lot of people took wrong in my tweets or my video was the word sponsorship. And I tried to reiterate it on that video. It's kind of like you take it the skating way. I don't want to dive too into it there, but I think people took sponsorship the wrong way. It's like, I'm not saying these reviewers are sponsored, but again, what Razer does with their marketing, which I absolutely can't stand, and I really hope they change it. That's all I'm saying here. I'm not saying I hate Razer, I just hope their marketing changes. You don't need to put reviewers' names on stuff and sending them some cute package. Like, send them the stinking product. That's what you're doing, right? What you're doing right there is you're enticing them to give them that better review. They'll say a few bad things about it. Oh, there's a little bit of something here, but at the end of the day, they're gonna recommend the heck out of it, because that's what Razer wants. They want that sale. Every company wants that sale, right? But Razer's pushing it very hard. Along with the mousepad right there, with people's product reviewers' names on it. I'm not saying they're sponsored by Razer, and that's kind of the backlash you get all the time. Oh, it's not sponsored. Everyone's saying sponsored. Be easy with the word sponsored. It's not that. What Razer does, and you look at a situation like that, it's scratch my back and I'm gonna scratch your back. Promote me and I'm gonna promote you. That's what it is. And then it leads to YouTube growth. That's where the YouTuber's gonna gain money. You understand? Yeah, they're getting a percentage of that mousepad, but again, it's really that self-promotion is what it really is. And I think it's wrong with a company that we review many of their products, whether it be keyboards, mice, mousepads, headsets. It's stuff like that. Like, you're on that company's website, you are a representative of that company now. You're representing that company with your name up there on that product. Not just that product, but the company. So again, please take the word sponsorship lightly. A lot of people take sponsorship and automatically apply it to money, like someone's getting paid for it. Are they getting a percentage off that mousepad or whatever product they're selling with the name on it? Yeah, 10, 20%, I don't know, whatever they agreed on. They're getting some sort of cut off, sure. But it's not really like a sponsorship like a pro gamer or streamer or something, you know what I mean? So again, it should be left away from product reviewers. That should not be happening, because again, it's all that promotion. You promote me, I'm gonna promote you. And it's just wrong, it's just dirty, you know? They can say, and a lot of people will fire back all the time, well, that's not what I'm doing here. I thought it was like an achievement. I really achieved this. I'm getting my name on this big company's product. Wow, I finally made it. Sure, that might be what the person's thinking, but us as product reviewers, you gotta think that next step ahead, right? This is what you're representing, the consumer. Hopefully, if you're not representing the consumer and you wanna do company commercials, fine. That's perfectly fine, but you have to address that to the consumer, the people that are watching you, you know what I mean? Not just buying your stuff because your name's on it and you wanna fluff them up so they'll fluff you up. Nah, that's not how it should work, you know what I mean? So again, no matter what the person's intentions were, us as product reviewers, we've got to look at the bigger picture, the consumer picture. We are consumers, right? So you got to look at it that way. And when you're representing the company now with your name on a stuff, I'm sorry, you crossed a stinking line and it just went stinking dirty, and it's not sponsorship. So be easy with the word sponsorship, you know, because it's not paid. It's, again, you fluff me, I'm going to fluff you. It's a dirty practice and it's got to stop. All right, so I went a little bit deeper into that than I wanted to right there, but hopefully we're clear right now. And again, hopefully you all understand I'm not a Razer hater. It's just I can't stand their marketing practices and I think it needs to stop. But anyways, Razer Gigantus V2 Custom Boardzy Edition right here. Look at what we have. Team Razer. I knew he was gonna do something like this just to kind of eat at me. By the way, as you can see, I got this little notch cut out down here. There was, I don't think we should even go to that, but there was a little something down there that I didn't want to promote and I will never promote on my channel. Right down here, just someone's name. So I had to cut that out. Right when I took it out of the box, I tried using it, but I kept seeing it. I said, no, no, no. we got to take the scissors to that. All right, so real quick, talking about custom, since we have the custom version here, the custom is $10 more than the regular one. The one stinker about the regular one is it has a green under the rubber is green. Me personally, it really throws off my black and red theme, you know what I mean? So that's a stinker, but on the custom, it does come black down there. Now talking about the design, you're kind of limited to what you can design, but you can kind of tweak the designs and kind of make it your own, bigger, smaller, and the colors and whatnot. Now talking about colors, if we look over here at some of these paws, you can see that black just streaking out right there. I guess where it was printed or something. Now everything else, the red, the green, and stuff like that, looks pretty good. And in some spots, the black looks really good. But right here, you get to the end of it, you see that black start streaking out, and it just looks tacky. But all in all, the design does pop. I mean, you gotta kind of look a little bit closer to really see that. Whenever you're gaming, you're not gonna notice it. So again, it is cool. As you can see, it has the design, 2 colors, and then 2 other prints overlaid right here. And it does pop, and it looks pretty good. By the way, Boardzy, my son absolutely loved this mouse pad. Every time he comes in here, he goes, man, I just love this mouse pad. The paw prints, he absolutely loves it. So we got a win there. All right, so now let's go and talk about my time with the pad, the performance, the build, and the durability of it. As you can see, it is quite thin right here. I believe coming in at right around 3 millimeters. Very thin, but that's nice. You get some real thicker pads, and your mouse almost kind of starts to feel like it's sinking into it, you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe that's just me. I tend to grip and press my mouse hard, as you all know, you know? But this is nice because it's almost like in between that soft, comfortable, yet firm pad. And that goes right into the surface right here. Very nice, tight stitching. Whenever I bring my mouse on it, not a whole bunch of friction. As you can hear, it's not scraping a whole bunch, and it's quite fast. I don't know if I want to say fast. Right in between right there, it's smooth, it's butter, exactly how I love my mouse pads, like the Zero Gravity and the Extra 5, those are 2 of my favorites. That's the exact same vibe I get with these right here. It's just very smooth. And also, you all know I bring my mouse pads, cock them off to the edge right there, so again, I'm not scraping on my desk. So again, when I put it like that, I don't get any sort of irritation, any sort of drag or friction right there. Very smooth across the mouse and again my arm. So that's what I'm talking about. You kind of have that firm surface where it's quite thin right here, but it's still a very comfortable mouse pad, which is a great combo for me. All right, so one other thing I want to touch on right here is durability in the build of this pad. I've been using this pad as my primary gaming and work mouse pad for about a week and a half right now. And already along the edges, you can see it fraying. Like, I'm not talking down by my cut, but everywhere else along it, you can see a little tiny fray popping up, and it's kind of weird. Like, even when you look up here on the black, you can see a little bit of white. I don't know if that's what the mouse pad is originally before they print on it, but again, you can kind of see it right over there, and it's curling up and fraying all along it right there. So that's a little bit of a bummer right there. You're talking a week and a half, and this is already what it's looking like. That's a little bit of a stinker. The other thing as far as the build that I personally don't like is that Razer logo right up there. I don't know, I wish mousepad companies to start putting it on the bottom just so again you don't gotta flash that. I just don't like how that green is just interfering with my design right here, you know? So I don't know if you can get the, you know, clip that out, or heck, maybe I can bring some more scissors to it, you know what I mean? But again, I personally don't like that. It doesn't get in the way, like I'm never up there actually hitting it or anything. But again, I wish that green logo wasn't right up there. Now, the best thing about the Razer Gigantus V2 right here is the price. I mean, you can get this thing down to $9.99, and I believe it goes up to $49.99 for a real big full desk one. I have the large size right here, and as far as custom, I believe this comes in at $24.99, but then if you just buy it regular, the black version, it's only $14.99. What an absolute deal. I stinking love it. And I would buy another one right now, just a $14.99 version, if the underneath was not green. That is a huge turnoff for me, the underneath being green, because you see it. It's clear as day. Because again, it's not stitched, you see that green popping out right there. Sounds cheesy, but again, it throws off my setup, and I personally don't like that. And I honestly have been debating making another custom one, you know, just for mine right here that, you know, didn't have this little deal down there, right? But anyways, but as far as the surface and the performance and everything, I truly love it. And if you're okay with that green underneath right there, 100%, I totally recommend it. The only downside I'd see is that little bit of fraying along the edge right there. That is a stinker. Is that just the custom ones? I'm not too sure, but at $14.99 for this size and this kind of mouse pad, I totally recommend it, you know what I mean? So all in all, I really do like the mouse pad. I honestly do. I mean, I think Boardzy's design, I don't know, maybe I'd give it like a generous 5. Come on, Boardzy, Team Razer. Like, and then what you put down there, come on, what are you trying to do to me here? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give you a generous 5 on this design, Boardzy. But anyways, as far as the mouse pad itself, I do honestly like it. I really do, and I am debating making another custom one. I wish I could buy the regular one, but that green underneath just bugs the bananas out of me. And again, like I stated in the beginning, guys, please don't take me as a Razer hater. I love a lot of Razer products, but their marketing has to change. And please take that word sponsorship the right way, like I stated in the beginning right there. It has to change. It has to. But anyways, thank you so much for stopping by and watching my review on the Razer Gigantus V2 mouse pad right here. I hope I answered some questions if you're looking into this, and make sure to go check out Boardzy's as well. I did that design on his. I feel like my design was pretty cool when I was making it, but I haven't seen it made yet either, so I'm really curious myself as well. But make sure to check that one out and see if I get a higher rating than a 5 here, you know what I mean? But hey, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this one. I hope I answered some questions if you're looking into this pad right here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for future tech videos. Hey, I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.